All right. Hello to all media, all authority figures that might take interest in this, to any lawyer that might be interested in win a very extremely logged uh, and winnable case. I'm going to try to get as much attention to this as I can. And I apologize. It might be a little long, but, I'm no whatever. I just have to tell it in story form. It's been going on for a while. But I'll try to keep key to the points. And also at the end of this, I'll post links to two videos of the last two times I went into the Lomita Sheriffs, because this is what it pretty much revolves around, Los Angeles County Sheriffs um, in Lomita, and their attitude towards investigating my case. I could never talk to the detective. So, in 2008, after getting out of the 3-week jail sentence, I came home to a big bottle of Jägermeister. And not having any dope, I decided to drink it. And I pretty much took it to the head. There's somebody over there laughing. I don't know if they might pick it up. But these are the people following me. And I know it sounds that probably shouldn't ask that in. It sounds paranoid, but let's hear me out. All right, so I decided to drink it. After getting kind of drunk, I go around to my neighbors to see if it's got any dope. I want to get high because I'm tipsy. And I guess I drank more than I could handle. Blacked out. Long story short, I ended up walking into this neighbor's house. This is only what I've been told. Okay, I was blacked out. I walked into this neighbor's house. I remember thinking I wanted to go over there to get high, and I knew he probably had dope. But I ended up walking into this neighbor's house and fucking he freaked out, I guess, and hit me in the side of the head with a tire iron. I don't remember any of that. I do remember standing there, opening my eyes clearly, looking at him, and saying, "Please don't hit me again." And that's all I know. And I saw the tire iron in his arm. Now, nobody will tell me. Not a soul will tell me what happened. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I did wake up hours later, I guess, in my parents' garage, in a big, huge pool of blood. Now, this is relevant because this is where it all begins. All right. So I guess however I got back to the house, my dad became afraid for me. I guess my face was all fucked up. I guess I would imagine it would be. I got hit hard enough to whatever. And he was afraid, and then he put a call out, to some of my friends. Some of my friends that I grew up with, such as Greg Roberts and such. Now, in 2016, there was an intervention. Okay, so move later in time. 2016, there's an intervention. Okay, an intervention which they said that I won't be able to prove. All my neighbors were involved. They're all uniform on 3 points: get out of my parents' house, stop using, and I can no longer carry my K-bar as I used to carry a Marine Corps K-bar around town. This is what they wanted. And they said they weren't, I was not going to be able to prove it, do anything about it. So, I knew these people. I didn't fucking believe it. Well, as it turns out, they're right. They harassed me like, I cannot even tell you. Like, I had Robert telling me he was going to come in over at my neighbor's things, like, I'm going to fucking come in there when you're sleeping and kill you in your sleep because I'm gang unit now, bitch. And just outlandish things. And I didn't know what to believe. And as it turns out, I went to jail for shooting a BB gun across the street at my neighbor's house, which of course they lied about and said my neighbor was. Hold on, I took the plea because the sheriffs have ultimate power in Lomita. What I didn't know back then is color of law, and what color of law is when a peace officer uses his badge not in an official way but for personal gain. In other words, Roberts hooked up with some of his buddies and the Lomita Sheriff Station. Oh, and by the way, my dad's retired from the county, and basically said, just sweep this one under the rug. We know what's going on. This is what we're going to do, and just if he complains about it, don't do anything about it. And that's exactly what they've been doing since 2016. All right, and so moving forward in time, and here we are still doing this. However, there is now a trail. Like after that many years, my brother, has had 20 years to go to college to learn about computers, and my friend Jerry, he's a computer technician, Microsoft certified A+. All these avenues, all these people are the ones banned, because I moved out of my parents' house, right? I don't carry my K-bar anymore. Are all banned. I can't do anything about it. Anyway, what I can prove, the sheriffs will not investigate. Like, they know what's going on, and they will not investigate. And I have over 5 dozen emails and correspondence to all various, the sheriffs, the DOJ, the DA, DOD. I didn't know what was going on in the beginning. All explaining my situation to nothing. Because what happens is they call the little sheriff station, the local police, and they know what's going on. Fuck them. All right, fuck them. They're going to let this happen. In an Al-Anon type environment, that tough love type thing. Now, the person I didn't want to mention, but I have to, is Jeremiah J. Hart. Now, Jeremiah J. Hart, Greg Roberts, and myself all were friends from our teenage years. Okay, I went to church with Jeremiah. You'll see it, and on the other videos. And Mr. Roberts, Greg Roberts, I went to a martial art program with him. The three of us did martial arts together. All right, through our teenage years. Now, Jeremiah J. Hart is the chief of Torrance Police Department. The chief of Torrance Police Department. Now, the reason I emphasize that is it's like, okay, you're thinking, yeah, oh, great, he rose to the chief. That's great. But what you don't know is chief has ultimate power because he's in charge of the city. So where in LA or Los Angeles County even, the sheriff and the chief of police for LAPD is much, much greater and has much more responsibility. There might be a time when they need to go into Torrance. So they got to get along. So if the chief of Torrance Police calls the chief of LAPD or the sheriff and say, could you do me this favor? I got this one guy, blah, 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 and we're going to stick it to him. And, blase, blase. When he complains, could you just, whatever. Of course. Hey, look, if you ever come into Torrance and there's, something I can do for you, I'll look the other way. Now, I know this because when I was in the Marine Corps Reserves, this happened all the time. This is how things get done in business and in the U.S. government. Okay, we band together, scratch each other's backs. Why wouldn't it get done in law enforcement? Of course it does. Now, I know it's going long. Where am I at? I'm at 8 minutes. So what I have provable is there's been a few mistakes. I have Greg Roberts and Jeremiah Hart on my Google account. I posted online. I've texted the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I've made complaints for a color of law. All this. I've chief of police. Nothing. No lawyer seems to want to get back to me. All right. The news. I have a problem. Getting attention to this, and I'll tell you why. It's because my brother Andrew, while I was in jail, seized all my accounts, changed my passwords, 2-step verified them, and locked me out of them, and he uses them for this phone even. Like he was a part of getting me this phone number when I got out of prison. Here, we'll help you out. You were kicking you out, but here, we're helping you out. And ever since, I can't do anything. Like doctor's appointments get changed. Any kind of video or thing that would support my claim or, insinuate them magically disappears. That type of thing. It's because they're on my accounts. And I've caught them on my accounts. I can even, like, what is this device? What, from Texas, or where is this from fucking, North Carolina? I caught them. Yet it disappears because the sheriffs do not investigate. And this is what color of law is. Everywhere I've gone, Roberts shows his badge and be like, hey, look, this guy here, he's blah, 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 smuts me up. He's under, or saying I'm under investigation, or whatever it is that he says. Right? And then, here, just go ahead and give him a hard time. Don't let him, give him a hard time. My stuff gets stolen, I can't tell you the depth of it, but give him a hard time. Do these type of things, and don't worry about the police, because I got you. They're not going to investigate. You won't get in trouble. Give them the hardest time, make it life living hell. You won't get in trouble. And so this is what I go through. And today I lost a Dremel. I'm a diabetic. I use it for my feet. Just bought it. I lost a pump for my tire, and miraculously, every time I go back to the homeless shelter, because I'm now homeless, because I can't seem to, the landlord, miraculously, there's a hole in my tire. Every time I go back to the shelter, I get a pump and a patch kit. My pump's gone. So I'm dead in the water today. And what else did I lose? It was something else. Oh, a way to charge my phone. So if I don't get this up soon, because my charging cord's gone. If I don't get this up online soon, guess what? I have to try to glue it in the phone in my pocket or something, so that they don't get it, and try to get it up tomorrow. But chances are it'll be gone because they can do it remotely with A+ certification, things like that. So this is the kind of a thing that the Illuminated Sheriff is not doing anything about. So watch these 2 videos. It's in regard to my brother hacking my account, which is provable. I have the evidence. It shows in my dashboard when the time I was in jail, and not even in jail. I was court ordered, because the sheriff told him I was crazy, court ordered to go to Patton, which is a mandatory court ordered observation for 3 months. During that time, it's round the clock, 24 hours. Yet changes are made to my account that I'm locked out of. You know what and I tried to explain it to them. They got it categorized as theft. How's that even theft? At best, at least that's a federal crime, because they had financial information on it. They know it. I explained it to them. Yet the whole Illuminated Sheriff's Department, not the watch commanders, not the unit commander, not the lead detective, can do anything about it. Only this one guy, Detective Peterson, in whom I can never get hold of. I'm either playing phone tag, or every single time I go in, he's not there or available to talk, nor is the head of detectives, Detective Cervantes. Where's the justice in that? Can somebody help me?